Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is my live Q&A for hitting over 4,000 subscribers. I tried to figure out how I was going to do this. Was I just going to do a normal Q&A? But I figured it would be best to just do a live Q&A. That way I can answer everybody's questions. I'm going to be streaming for about an hour, maybe a little more depending on how it goes. Real quick, if you want to leave a question that you want me to ask, be sure to put @RobertStorm. That way when I read the questions, I know which ones are questions, which ones are comments, and you guys can just feel free for the next hour to ask me any kind of questions you want, and I'll be more than happy to answer all of them. And I just want to take this time and say thank you to all my new subscribers. Going up that amount of subscribers so quickly, it's amazing to me. So what best way to celebrate it than to do a live Q&A for everybody. Also, just to let you guys know that there might be a possibility, since I'm running with really crappy equipment, that the stream might end. Like, it might out of nowhere just end. But don't worry, because it'll pop right back up. I'm running really old equipment. But once I move into my new place a couple weeks from now, I will be getting all new equipment. Thanks to you guys for supporting my videos so much. I'm very much appreciated. Also, guys, just a reminder that I'm giving away a digital copy of Thor Ragnarok. You can check my last video about Black Panther beats the DCEU, whatever the name of that video is. I give details on how you guys can win that. Tomorrow, in tomorrow's video, I'll be announcing the winner, so you guys go check that video out if you haven't already done so you can win the copy of Thor Ragnarok. And fire in the questions anytime you want. Do just like RJ did right here @RobertStorm, so I can go ahead and answer your questions. It's easier for me to pick out if you guys do the @RobertStorms. So RJ writes, have I bought any new comics lately? I haven't been to the comic shop in 2 weeks. Usually I go every Wednesday or Thursday and I go pick up my comics, and I haven't been there in a couple weeks. The last set of comics I bought was the Thrawn comic, the Darth Vader comic, and the last Invincible comic. Read those, and then I just haven't been to the comic shop since because so much stuff has been going on. My wife's been sick. She hurt her shoulder. We're trying to get things ready to move. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going to try to get shit transferred over. I got to go get my water transferred to the new place, the mailing address over to the new place. Got to pay my storage unit and get an oil change. I got so much stuff to do. So I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the comic shop tomorrow. I hope I am. But, yeah, the last time I went, I just picked up Thrawn, Vader, and the last Invincible comic. Christopher writes, if you rebooted Justice League, which characters would you drop and add? I would drop Cyborg for Green Lantern, and I would add John Stewart, Green Lantern, because you want to get the minority in there. I think that's one reason why they added the Cyborg character. But now that I think about it, I don't even know if John Stewart's the right way to go. Maybe I would pick, John Jones, Martian the Manhunter, possibly. I just think either him or the Green Lantern is the characters they should have introduced. Cyborg should have been saved for the Teen Titans movie or the Teen Titans show or anything Titans related. Cyborg, and I know like in the New 52 or whatever that he was in there, but in the Justice League, but I care less, to be honest with you. I think they should have just stuck with characters that were actually in the Justice League. It's almost like having, I don't know, like Ant-Man in Justice League or Ant-Man and Avengers right off the bat. It's just really weird. They should have just went with those characters. Give me 1 second. I'm a little occupied. I'm trying to share it on social media, this live stream. Darth Pramus writes, what are your predictions for Infinity War? Well, I wanted to talk about this in a whole separate video. I wanted to talk about this, but I honestly think that the Soul Stone is inside the Vibranium Mountain, and I think that's what the final confrontation is going to be in Infinity War in Wakanda. So I think that's possibly what's going to happen. So that's just my prediction. Kenneth K said, I just subscribed a couple days ago. I'm enjoying your videos. Thank you. Again, thank you to all my new subscribers. I can't believe how many subscribers I went up. Just like, overnight, just boom, I got over 100 subscribers. I thought I was being punked. I had to contact a friend of mine. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on, dude? Am I being punked here? And I went over 1,500 subscribers in a little over a week, and it's still going up. So once I hit that 5,000 mark, I will be doing another live Q&A. Hopefully, by then, I'll be in my new place, and it'll be a much better, equipment to run and stuff like that. Bland Gamers writes, do you think Walter Hamada, new head of DCEU, can turn the poor reputation around the DCEU with better films and film choices? Honest answer, no way. No way, guys. No way. Ooh, that's hot. The reason why I say that is he's just another CEO, right? Where that's like saying if Bob Iger fucked up Marvel Studios, they get another CEO to come in and take over for Marvel Studios, but it would still be fucked up because it's another CEO. Kevin Feige is not a CEO. He's the head of Marvel Studios, the head creator, right? And he answers to Bob Iger, but Bob Iger lets him do his own thing. And Kevin Feige is the one that comes up with the stories, come up with the blueprint of where things are going to go. And then when he gets with his directors, they sit down, they come up with ideas, they shoot ideas back and forth, and they agree and they do their movies. That's why they're successful. The CEOs over at DC is just, Warner Brothers is just butting their nose and everything. There is no head of creative. That's the problem. And don't throw out Jeff Johns be head of creative. Jeff Johns is the comic book writer. He never made a movie a day in his life. Do you know how many movies Kevin Feige helped produce before he got to the MCU and was able to make the MCU successful? Kevin Feige was part of Daredevil and all those other movies. He knows what works and what doesn't work. That's why he's so successful. Where these people in the DCEU and Warner Brothers, they don't know what makes things successful. They're just going in and they're just throwing everything they possibly can to see what works, and it's fucking them up. OG Millie Mills writes, do you think Howard the Duck would make more money than a DCEU film? Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, yeah. I think if they would come out tomorrow, if Marvel would come out tomorrow and say, we got a Howard the Duck movie coming out, it would make more money than maybe not all the DCEU films, but the majority of the DCEU films. And the reason why I say that is because Kevin Feige is not stupid, right? He would take Howard the Duck and team him up with an established character. Just like when they rebooted Spider-Man with Spider-Man Homecoming, they were smart enough to say, look, we're putting Iron Man in here to let everybody know that Iron Man's a part of this universe and he's a part of and Spider-Man's a part of the MCU. And that made Spider-Man Homecoming successful. Kevin Feige would take Howard the Duck and he would team him up with some character that's already established. Whether it be someone from the Guardians of the Galaxy or someone like Doctor Strange or someone of that nature. And in that alone would make that character in that movie successful. Will it be a box office smash like Black Panther? No, it won't. But it will make money, and I guarantee it would make money than the majority of the MC or the DCEU movies. So right there is that. Nate writes, so at the end of Ragnarok, we see what I believe is Thanos' ship. Seems as though Thor is sent out into space and Hulk is thrown all the way to Earth. Do you think Thanos kills off Heimdall, etc.? So here's my prediction of how Infinity War is going to work. At the end of Thor Ragnarok, we predict this Thanos ship. I think Thanos in his Black Order is going to go in there into the Asgard ship, and pretty much annihilate everybody. I think Thor's going to get hurt, extremely thrown out into space. That's when we're going to see him land on the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. I think Loki is then going to turn over the Tesseract to Thanos, sparing Loki, maybe, or maybe he just kills Loki. Hulk would probably do like you said, get thrown out the ship and land on Earth or whatever. And I think everybody from Asgard. Why do I keep calling it Asgard? Asgard, it smells like ass. Asgard is going to be completely wiped out. And I think, and this goes into a prediction. I really don't want to show my cards here because this is an idea for a whole nother video. But I think it's possible that Thor dies in Infinity War. And this is why I say that. let's look at Thor Ragnarok, right? Thor lost his hammer. His father died. His entire planet is destroyed. His city is destroyed. He loses his eye. Okay? And now his ship's going to get invaded by Thanos. His people are going to die. At what point? Okay, so just that alone. Asgard is gone. His hammer's gone. There is no reason to have Thor around anymore. So I do think Thor is a real high contender to be killed off in Infinity War. Only because in Thor 4, where would you go? There is no Asgard. He has no hammer. I mean, what can they do at that point? Maybe Infinity Stone can reverse all that. Maybe Doctor Strange can reverse all that. But right now, I think Thor is the one character. And I don't know, because Thor Ragnarok was really successful. So who knows? I mean, really, I don't know. Be sure, guys, to write at Robert Storms when you're asking a question. That way it's easier for me to pick out questions here. Is Netflix, Rich Reviews, right? Is Netflix going to become the dumping ground for movies that can't hack it in theaters? I don't think it's going to be the dumping ground, because you got The Irishman coming out with Martin Scorsese directing it, which I'm looking forward to. I haven't watched Mute yet. I want to. I might watch it later. I'm not sure. I did watch Cloverfield Paradox. Movie's not good. My review of it is up. Nobody really watched that review because it doesn't have Black Panther in the title. But it's not a good movie at all. And thank you for the super chat, good friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so very much, buddy. You have no idea. But I don't think it's a dumping ground. I think it's a good thing. I really do, because now we can get movies that, you know, for instance, okay? Annihilation came out in theaters over here, but overseas it's going to come out on Netflix, right? I went and saw Annihilation. I liked it a lot. But if I had the choice to sit home and watch Annihilation or go to the theater and travel and do all that stuff to go see it, I'd rather just sit home and watch Annihilation. So, and by no means, Annihilation was a fantastic movie. It's not a dumping ground. It's just, I think movie theaters and the future of movie theaters is going to be big budget stuff. Big blockbusters, your Star Wars, your Marvels, your DCU, if they ever get their shit together. You know, those type of films. And I think your independent, your experimental films are all going to go to Netflix. And I think that's a good thing. I do. Called me Cosmic, right. You got to put at Robert Storms, guys. At Robert Storms. Here, let me put it on here for you. At Robert Storms. You got to put at Robert Storms. Woo, no, that's not how you spell storms at all. At Robert Storms. That's how you guys send me messages here. Oh, and once again, guys, just want to take this time to say I am giving away Thor Ragnarok digitally. Check my previous video on details on how to win that. The winner will be announced tomorrow. Call me Cosmic Rose Sun. Let me go back here. I would love to see a Nova film. He has quickly become one of my favorite characters. How would you fit him into the universe? Very quite simple. You already established the Nova Corps in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So you can introduce him in. I don't know if the fourth Avengers film or even Infinity War is going to be galactic, you know? I don't know if they're going to go into space at all. But if Avengers 4 does, you can introduce him there. You can introduce him into Captain Marvel, because that's going to have scrolls and whatnot. You can introduce Nova in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. There's so many ways to introduce Nova, and I do want to see a Nova standalone film. I really do. Nicholas writes, what advice would you give the DCEU, and what possible movies do you feel will be announced since Disney bought the rights from Fox? Well, that's kind of a two-part question. So first, the DCEU thing. Last night at around 8 p.m., I uploaded a video on how to fix the DCEU. So you can refer to that. That'll give you all the details on how I personally would fix the DCEU. As for the Fox thing, here's the thing. I have a video I'm doing tomorrow that's going to introduce or talk about, you know, how you introduce characters and whatnot. I don't want to really give out too much, but you got to understand that the deal isn't finalized yet. Yes, Disney put in a bid. They're the highest bidder at this time. But now since the purchase is so large, it has to go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has to look over everything, make sure everything's legal. That could take up to 12 months, which is a year. Then when that is done, then they can start incorporating different things. And I think they're going to start very small. Maybe a hint to Fantastic Four. Maybe hint to Galactus. Maybe hint to the X-Men or the mutant gene or something like that. But I think that's how they're going to incorporate it. Nice and slow. OG Millie Mills writes, John Boyega as Blade. No. There was a story going around that they were looking at a female Blade. They were going to have the daughter of Blade take up the mantle, and it was going to be a movie. And I would love to see that. And I would love to see that as a Netflix series, not an MCU movie. Now, you could get John Boyega to play Blade in the Netflix series, but I want it to be a Netflix series because you can do more with it and you don't have to worry about ruining the MCU brand. It will still be part of the MCU, but just like The Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, it would be able to stand on its own even though it's going to be a part of a bigger universe. That's what I want to see happen. Kev the Great writes, what do you think about Shazam's costume? Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. The costume is identical to Shazam. And that is almost too funny looking to even... Like, if you guys are familiar with Shazam, Gore the Movie God, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you. Slowly getting back up there. Thank you very much for dropping in. The Shazam costume looks just like that. It's identical. But this is the sort of thing where it shouldn't look like that in a movie. You know what I mean? A movie is a movie and a comic is a comic. What it looks like on a page and what it looks like on the screen is two different things. I'm sorry I'm taking a drink here, guys. My throat's getting kind of scratchy. I don't want to start coughing. But, so in that aspect, I think the costume just looks ridiculous. Now, it's hard to say if maybe this is not just a spoof. Sort of like in Captain America, the first Avenger, they have Captain America dressed in the comic book costumes to do all those, like, ads and dancing and plays for the soldiers. And then when he's actually Captain America, he's in a much more realistic-looking suit. So maybe that's how it's going to go. I'm not sure. But it's just stills and test footage. We won't know anything until we actually see the movie where they can do more stuff in post-production. So I'm just going to wait for that. AM21, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ephraim from the UK. I believe I'm saying your name. Ephraim? Thank you very much. Mr. Carr Productions Life. Okay, that's a long one. Do you like Pulp Fiction or do you think it's overrated? Here you go, guys. I never seen it. I never seen Pulp Fiction. I have it. It's like right on my DVD shelf. I own like almost all of Tarantino's movies. I haven't seen them all yet. I'm the type of guy, like, I'll buy a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays, and then they kind of go on my backlog, and then whenever I get a chance to go watch them, I get a chance to watch it. So, yeah, I heard it's a fantastic movie. I'll get a chance to watch it at some point. It's just, it's kind of hard. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, catch up on all the stuff sometimes. Richard Reviews, right? I truly believe that Dunkirk will be remembered in 10 years more than The Shape of Water. Look, I wanted Shape of Water to win. I like that movie a lot. I also really like Dunkirk, and I think you're right. 10 years from now, more people will look back at Dunkirk than the movie where a mute girl is having sex with a fish guy. So I understand that 100%. I personally would prefer if it was, I like Shape of Water a lot, and I'm glad it won, but I think you're right when it comes to Dunkirk. Mr. Heavy Metal Dude, Hero Dude, right? How's it going? So how would you do a Suicide Squad film if in your own way? So here's what I would do. And I was going to, again, this was something I'm playing on. I've been playing a lot of my videos ahead lately because I've been doing so well with these DCEU Marvel movie videos. But David Ayer only had 6 weeks to write the script. Now, that's really no excuse, but, I mean, it is an excuse because he's being rushed, but the way I would have done it was, you should have made the Joker the main villain. Have the Joker break out of prison, and then in order to set up, or in order to get him back, you set up the Suicide Squad to go take him out. That way, you're not risking none of your people to go take out this stupid suicidal clown, and you have the Suicide Squad go get it. That way, if they die, who cares? You know, no civilians are dying. It's just bad guys hunting bad guys, and that's what it should have been. Instead, they added this stupid, you know, Enchantress and whatnot. I actually like the Enchantress a lot more than most people, but it should have been Joker as the main villain. Hey, Bright, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you so much. How would I rank the Star Trek captains? Oh, man. Dude, that's a hard one to put on, you know, right away. I was a big fan of Voyager, so I don't know. I would say probably, I don't know. I'm still going to go with my boy Kirk. And then you have, oh my God, at that point, I mean, you could put anyone. Kirk, you know, you got Cisco, fucking Picard, Janeway. I mean, so many captains. But I'm still going to go with my boy Kirk on top. Rich writes, if there's another Jigsaw sequel, will ever figure out what happened to Dr. Gordon? I stopped watching Saw after Saw 4, man. So I don't know. I didn't see the new Saw movie. I checked out after 4. The first Saw movie, I think, is a classic, a masterpiece, a fantastic film. And I think as the movie's just gone on, it went from a movie talking about how people take life for granted to a movie that just kills people for the sake of killing. And that I don't watch torture porn for the sure fact of torture porn. I want my movies to have a reason behind them. That's why I like the first one so much. And then as the other ones kept going, they were doing these traps and they were still killing people even though they were winning, and it just got nonsense, and I just gave up on it altogether, so I'm done with that. Sonar writes, ranking actors for Spider-Man: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, and what do you think about, or what do you think Tom Holland could do better for the next movie? So my ranking for it is Andrew Garfield, my favorite Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and then Tom Holland. Tom Holland's fantastic, but I haven't seen enough body of work from him to put him over Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield just yet. And Tom Holland was fantastic in both Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming, but overall, Spider-Man Homecoming, I just didn't like. I just didn't like what they did with that movie. Him and Michael Keaton were fine, but the movies in general just weren't that good. So that's my ranking for it, guys. Michael writes, in what order do you think Thanos will get the Infinity Stones? Love the channel. Thank you for loving the channel. I have no idea. I believe he'll get the Tesseract first, since he's showing up in front of, you know, Loki and Thor's ship. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Collector has a couple of Infinity Stones. So maybe Thanos stops there, wipes them out, gets the Infinity Stone, gets the Tesseract, goes to Earth, and just starts collecting all the Infinity Stones on Earth. So, but I believe the Soul Gem will be the last one he gets, which is on Wakanda. And I think that's going to be the final stand in Wakanda with the Avengers, and they're going to try to stop Thanos and his Black Order. And I would love it if the movie ends on a cliffhanger where Thanos succeeds, wipes out Wakanda, gets the Infinity Stone, completes the gauntlet, and then the fourth Avengers movie is the heroes trying to bounce back from that. That's what I want to see. Do we need a Warhammer 40K or Gears of War movie? No, we do not need any of that. Jordan writes, what do you think the worst MCU movies are? Well, I remember back in the day, this is when the MCU was still a young baby, right? When the MCU was just a little baby. I did not like Iron Man 2. The funny thing is, over the years now, that since everything is connected so well, you look back at Iron Man 2 and be like, and you can really appreciate it for what it is. Iron Man 3 is a movie I still don't like. I don't like that they fucked up the Mandarin, even though they're trying to go back and retcon that with the little short on the Blu-ray. Did not like the Mandarin and what they did with him. So Iron Man 3 is my least favorite of the MCU movies, I believe. other than Thor. I think Thor 2 was just awful. Thor 2 was just awful. I love Thor 1, love Thor Ragnarok. Thor 2, just, I don't like it at all. Murasami writes, bro, you're amazing. Big fan from India. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it so very much. You have no idea. And Daryl writes, what's your favorite horror film? It's a toss-up. I was a big fan of the Scream movies, and I'm a big fan of the Halloween movies. So I'm gonna go with those. Joseph writes, Robert, do you think Peter Quill still have special abilities after Guardians 2? It would be epic if in Black Panther, Angela Bassett's eyes glow and throws a thunderbolt. Wakanda can't die. Man, that's a lot of stuff you're putting in there, buddy. A lot of stuff. I would assume he still has the abilities. I don't understand why he wouldn't, other than he loses his abilities when his father passes away. But I believe he's half Sinestro or whatever they're called, or Sinestro or whatever. I believe he's still part of that, so I don't think he would die or his powers would be gone necessarily. And I don't know. The thing at Wakanda, I'm pretty sure in the trailer that's the final act. I could be wrong, but I'm really curious to what's going to happen over in Wakanda. Hey, W, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for giving me the 4,000 subscribers, guys. Let's try to shoot for that 5,000, shall we? Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your mama, tell your daddy. Let's get me to 5,000 subscribers, guys. Magul writes, what's your views on Kevin Feige saying that the changes they did in Spider-Man Homecoming was because they wanted the characters like Flash Thompson to have different... I mean, no. Look, I know where Kevin Feige's coming from, and they want to... See, the thing with the MCU is they want to get more diverse, right? They want to get more representation in there. They want to get, like Spider-Man came out in, what? Amazing Fantasy came out in, maybe Amazing Spider-Man #1 came out in 63. I'm not sure. But back in the 60s, mostly everybody in comics were white people, man. And the schools were all white people. Well, now we're in 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019 coming up. You go to schools now, and the classroom is mixed with everybody. You have white people, black people, Hispanic people, Chinese people, all kinds of people. I guess I should have said Asian. Chinese is kind of racist. But you have all different ethnics in there, right? So you kind of want to spread that around where not all these characters are white. The problem with me... And the problem with Flash Thompson wasn't his skin color. It was the way the character acted. And another thing that bothered me was with Genki. Calling him Ned Leeds. He's clearly Genki. Why just not call him Genki? I mean, that's just disrespectful to the character of Genki. That was the problems I had. It was never about race. Never about, Flash Thompson being Indian. Just act like Flash Thompson. I don't care, what color his skin is. Act like the character. But what do I know? The I write, do you think Lucasfilm should make a Yoda origin film? Dude, I don't even think they're going to make a Obi-Wan film at this point. I mean, right now, Lucasfilm is so scared because of the backlash on Last Jedi and the Han Solo movie every week. Something else bad's going on with that production. Man, there's no way they're going to do a Yoda origin film anytime soon, man. Because they're just going to get so much backlash on that. Ongoing Sky 93 writes, are you a fan of Tarantino films? Here's the thing. I was never a big fan of Tarantino. When I was growing up, I watched a couple Tarantino movies, and I did not like them. And then I remember Adam came over one day. He's like, hey, let's go see Hateful Eight. I'm like, all right, man, I'll go see Hateful Eight. Looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of Tarantino, though. He's like, you'll like this movie. So we went and saw Hateful Eight. Walked out loving that film. Loving that film so much. And then he's like, well, have you seen Django Unchained? I'm like, no. He's like, watch that because you'll like it. So then I watched Django Unchained, and I loved that movie. So I went out and I bought like 4 or 5 Tarantino films. I bought, I think, Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, what's that bastard movie? Oh my God. the one about World War II. Can't think of the name right now. And you know, Django Unchained, all them, and I started watching them, and they're so good. So I'm really starting to jump on board with Tarantino. Magoo writes, who would you like to see play as Uncle Ben? I like the idea of Tobey Maguire come back playing Uncle Ben. That'd be pretty cool. I would like to see Sony do a Spider-Verse movie and bring Andrew Garfield in and Tobey Maguire in and have like a Spider-Verse movie. But, you know, that makes too much sense. And Sony's about as dumb as Warner Brothers. So, the Lord's Legion writes, do you think the New Mutants is fucked up beyond repair? I don't know, man. I like that trailer. I like the trailer. I like Anya Taylor-Joy. And then they're like, well, we're going to postpone it so we can go in and do some more reshoots and add more characters. I don't know. Maybe it was too horror-based. Maybe it wasn't horror enough. They want to go in. They want to fix it up. It's whatever, man. I mean, it's New Mutants. It's not like Justice League. It's not like people are really like, oh, my God, I can't wait for this. So, you know, Inglourious Bastards. Yes, thank you, Jordan. Inglourious Bastards. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. Kev the Great writes, you are exactly right. That was Genki ripoff. Plus, they didn't even get him right. If you're going to rip him off, do it right. For example, Genki would never have said that Miles knew Spider-Man or he was him. Yeah. Oh, man, a lot of questions popping up real quick, guys. 52 people watching. This is the most people I ever had on my stream at one time, so you guys got to bear with me. Jackie writes, which member of the Black Order are you most excited to see in? That chick. Okay, look. Whenever there's a hot, evil chick, I'm down, man. That's why I like Thor Ragnarok so much. It's like fucking Hela, man. Hela is my third favorite MCU villain. It goes Loki, Killmonger, and Hela. It was Hela, number 2, and then Black Panther came out. Killmonger's like, when I say do something, you do that shit. And then, like, Hela just went down. But I watched Thor Ragnarok again last night, and, dude, I just love Hela, man. The part where she's like, I'm the goddess of death. I'm like, oh, like, boner or something, you know? It's, like, crazy. But, yeah, dude, it's like, when I go to MegaCon in March, or not March, because we're in March, but in May, when I'm going to MegaCon, I am looking everywhere for Hela merchandise, like, for real. Like, if I had the money, I would get, like, a Hela tattoo. That's how, like, awesome I like her character. So there's this chick in Thanos' Black Order, and she's, like, this fucking demon-looking, sexy-ass, evil-looking chick. And I'm like, that's the character I like. So that's the character I'm going with. So like Aja Ventress from the Clone Wars, I love her so much. There was something I was going to say and I totally forgot. Oh yeah, I mentioned Thor Ragnarok. If you guys haven't seen my video from earlier today, what was the name of that video, by the way? It was Black Panther destroyed the DCEU. I'm doing a Thor Ragnarok giveaway. You guys can click on that video to get details on how you can win a digital copy of Thor Ragnarok, so you guys can check that out. Rich Reviews writes, if you could date a celebrity, which one would it be? Mrs. Scarlett Johansson, everybody. I know, it's actually a toss-up, right? It's a toss-up. It's like, you got Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie, Amber Heard, Anne Hathaway, and even this lady right here, this lady right here. But maybe I'll go the MILF route and go like a Sandra Bullock or a, what's her name from Underworld? Oh my God, I forgot her damn name. I hate when I get put on the spot. I forget people's names so easily. Favorite Woody Allen movie? I don't know if I've seen any Woody Allen movies. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen any Woody Allen movies. Man, you guys completely put me on the spot, man. Kate Beckinsale. Yes, Kate Beckinsale. Man, I love Kate Beckinsale. Love her so much I completely forgot her name. That's what happens when you get old, guys. You lose your brain. Solid SS Rice. Do you think Star Wars Episode 9 will still be made after Episode 8? Yeah. JJ just turned in the script like a month ago. Why wouldn't it be made? Star Wars fan Kale writes, and this is going to be a long one, guys. What do you think the bad DCEU news from John Campia? Oh, what do you think the bad DCEU news from John Campia? His confirmed Bay left Lobo. That was a fucking stupid idea anyway. They ain't rebooting. Reeves ain't leaving Batman, and Disney ain't buying DC. Your thoughts? Well, that's a lot of stuff you're asking. Look, Michael Bay doing Lobo was the dumbest fucking idea. Let's take the guy who fucked up Transformers, and then let's have him do it. Ooh, don't know what happened there. The guy who fucked up Transformers, and lets him come over to DC and do a character that no one knows about, and have him fuck up that when your universe is already fucking struggling. This is the stuff I'm talking about. DC's not smart. Warner Brothers ain't smart. Who would my wife date? She would probably date her. Gal Gadot. Or, actually, she'll probably date, oh my god. The chick who played in, what's her name? She plays in Gossip Girl. She was in The Shallows. Man, I'm bad with names today, guys. Like, my mind's like completely fucked up. What the fuck? Hold on, I'll find out. Hey, what's the girl from The Shallows name? Yeah. Blake Lively. That's probably who she would date. Thank you. Nate, right. What would your thoughts be if the Avengers Infinity War ends with a enormous click of the finger? I assume, or anonymous click of the finger, I assume like this, and then everything ends. Interesting, and I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I'm good with that. Lomi? Dude, I'm horrible with names, guys. What do you think about Kevin Feige or Kevin Smith shot a DCU movie? I don't think so, man. I love Kevin Smith, but he needs to stay in his wheelhouse. I seen some of the stuff he was going to put in Superman Lives back when they were going to do, when Tim Burton was going to do the Superman Lives movie. Kevin Smith came in to write the script, and dude, he put some crazy shit in there. And we don't need crazy shit right now. And that's one reason why sometimes a comic fan will come in. They just want to put all kinds of crazy shit in there. You need to do the best movie you can as a movie, not just throw crazy shit in there. So I don't know about that. Maybe come in as someone who maybe, they're like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? That's fine. But, yeah. Sophia Patel as Hawkgirl would be fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. That's who should be Cheetah. My wife said Rebecca Romaine should be Cheetah. Or, some other girl should be Cheetah. But, I say Sophia Patella, man. I'm all over that clip right now. Jackie Rice, think we'll ever get a Marvel vs. DC film? Well, if you're not... Well, here's the thing. Funny thing is, I don't know if you guys heard, but Warner Brothers is possibly selling some of their licenses. And the reason why I say that is because they have a deal going on with... I don't know if it's Comcast or something like that, where they're doing this merger, and they said if the merger is not successful, they're going to be selling some of their properties, and DCEU might be some of those properties, so look out for that. Rashawn writes, next big villain after Thanos requires a team up movie. I'm thinking either Secret Invasion, where we're gonna start finding out some of these characters were Skrulls, or hopefully by then the Fox thing is taken care of and we get Galactus. That's what I would like to see. But I don't want to see them kill Thanos. Bring Thanos back. Let this be a recurring thing. Why waste him just like that? Magoo writes, the DCEU needs to improve their villains. Yes, it is. Yes, they do. They need to improve their entire movie slate, not just their villains. If there was a biopic made of your life, who would play you? That's easy. That's, oh my God. Why am I blanking out all the names today? the chubby kid from Superbad. He played in War Dogs. Man, I don't even know the dude's name right now, guys. I picked the wrong time to live stream. I can't remember Blake Lively or Kate Beckinsale. The chubby dude from Superbad, guys, playing in War Dogs. Oh my God, what the fuck is the guy's name? I'm pretty sure someone will let me. Jonah Hill. Man, I'm so glad you guys are here. I look like a fucking retard. Yes, Jonah Hill. Okay, I'm going to answer Laura Legion's question. He's been asking this a couple times now. Are you up for another Mortal Kombat film reboot? Absolutely, as long as they keep it like the Mortal Kombat Legacy show that was on Machinima. Absolutely. Jackie Wright, you think Ebony Maw will take the Time Stone from Doctor Strange? I mean, it's possible, man. The best thing about Infinity War is I don't really have an idea of what exactly is going to happen. That's why I'm so excited about it, for real. Darth Premise writes, Ant-Man and the Wasp, do you think Scott Lang and Hope will become a couple? If they're not already a couple at the beginning of this thing, absolutely. What do you think about Marvel Nova film? I answered that earlier. I think it's fantastic. I think you introduce him in either Captain Marvel or Guardians of the Galaxy, and then eventually build to a solo film. What do you think of the Lost in Space Netflix? Or I actually watched the trailer yesterday. I am super hyped for it. I am ready for that to come out. I will be watching that. Should we get a Darkman reboot? I never watched the original, guys. Never watched the original. Do you think a good idea is to pass down the shield to Bucky Barnes? Either Bucky or Falcon for sure. Definitely. We'll see what happens with that. Do you think Avengers 4 will end up becoming an Avengers Secret Wars? I heard that going around, and that's very, very possible. That's very possible, and I'm down with that. Will Solo flop? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really going to come out to how the critics take the film. Would you like to see a follow-up movie to Dexter? Never seen it. What do you think of the movie The Prestige? Never seen it. Think we'll see Marvel TV show actors in Infinity War? I would love to. I want to see Skye and I want to see Skye and Coulson back. Those are the two characters I want to see in Infinity War. Don't think we're gonna get it, but I want to see those two in there so bad, so bad. I always thought the Han Solo movie was a bad idea. You and about a million other people. I believe after Phase 3 we will get what? I believe after we will get new Avengers. Probably. Well, no, probably we will. Daniel should bring back Killmonger. I think that T'Challa is going to bring back Killmonger. I honestly think there's going to be something inside that Vibranium Mountain that's going to bring Killmonger back. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if Avengers 4, they bring back all these villains. Right? We see Red Skull come back. We see Killmonger come back. We see, like, all these villains come back. It's like this war between villains and heroes. That would be awesome. Shuri is Iron Woman. I think she's going to be Ironheart. I really do. I think they can build up and make her Ironheart for sure. What do you think of the movie The Gift? I wanted to see it so bad because if I'm not mistaken, that's Joel Edgerton's first directed movie. I wanted to see it and never got around to seeing it. I think I own it. I think my wife bought it for me. I don't know where it is. I got to go check it. Rich writes, after watching The Punisher Season 1 and Daredevil Season 1, my question is, do the characters occupy their own section in New York? Yeah, they're sort of like patrolmen, man. Everybody got their own section in New York. They just clean up their little section. Every once in a while, they cross over to the other person's hood. The Gift is on Netflix. Check it out. I will, but I got a lot of stuff to do, guys. Will we see a Godfather Part 4? I hope not. Besides Spider-Man Homecoming, what is your least favorite MCU movie? Thor 2, Dark World. Then after that would be Iron Man 3. Ever see Will Smith's iRobot? Yes, I have. It's okay. Heck yeah, I would recommend The Gift. Do you think we could see Ultron somewhere, either Infinity War or Avengers 4? Possibly if they do that, you know, whole thing with them returning, everybody coming back to life and whatnot. Would you rather see a live-action film of Carmen Sandiego or Captain Planet? I think Carmen Sandiego would be a fantastic, like, thriller movie if they do it right. It would be awesome. Captain Planet, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you think Avengers has to die in Infinity War, and if so, who? I said earlier that I think Thor's going to die in Infinity War, and the reason why I think that is because you look at Thor Ragnarok, his planet was destroyed, his hammer was destroyed, his father's dead, his people are all going to get killed by Thanos in the first 5 minutes of Infinity War. What does Thor have to be around for? He has nothing left to be around for, so I think he's going to die. I wonder if DC even cares about the backlash they get. Oh, they care. That's why they're running around with their thumb up their ass trying to get 500 different Joker movies all greenlit to do shit. How would you reboot the Terminator series? Well, I don't need to come up with that question because James Cameron and Tim Miller already answered that. Next year, we're getting a Terminator movie. How would you do a prequel trilogy in your way? I like the prequels just as they are. Why do people keep saying that IW has to beat Black Panther, Infinity War and box office? They're the same company. Why compare them? In the end, Disney wins. Well, the reason why people are probably saying that is because Infinity War... Okay, let's look at it as a TV show, right? You have Game of Thrones, right? You expect your season finale to be a big hit, right? That's the one everybody's going to tune into to see what happens, right? Infinity War is that season finale. So if you have episode 8 with a better rating than your season finale, then that's a letdown. Black Panther, even though it's a great movie and fantastic, and right now it's the number 2 domestically highest MCU film of all time, if Infinity War, which is your season finale, doesn't outdo it, then it looks bad. It's just like Justice League. Justice League was your season finale. And they wet the bed. They pulled a Walking Dead. So, yeah. Where can I buy subs? Your mama's basement. And blowjobs, too. Who should direct the movie about your life? Me. How do you fix the DCEU? Check out my video for yesterday. I wrote, how do you fix the DCEU? You'll love it. Are you going to watch the Expansive Season 3 or The 100 Season 5? Never seen any of them. I'm like running through these questions now. Woo, what happened to my connection, son? Hold on 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay. What do you think of Smallville? Got all 10 seasons on DVD. Love the series. Definitely think it picks up after season 3, though. WB should cancel Nightwing after what happened to Batgirl. WB should cancel everything. Everything. Go ahead. Go on with your Aquaman. It's already in the can. Go ahead with Shazam that you're filming. And let your Flash movie with your 500th director finish their movie. And then cancel everything and then start with what I said in my video yesterday. What would you do if you were invited to Prince Harry's wedding? I don't know who Prince Harry is, so I wouldn't even go. Shouldn't S be the same size as SS? Sure. How would you fix the DCU? Make Martian Manhunter and Heart. Check out my video for yesterday. Rob, you ready for Jessica Jones Season 2 tomorrow night? Oh, shit, that's already tomorrow night? Damn. I guess I'll be watching something this weekend. Do you hate The Incredible Hulk? Absolutely not. In fact, I just rebought it on Blu-ray 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm going to be doing a digital giveaway of that within the next couple weeks. Wally West Flash movie. I don't even like Wally West in the freaking TV show. What? But maybe you get John Boyega to play Wally West. Maybe. Then we're talking. What do you think would happen if Time Warner DC to Netflix? Time Warner is the one they're doing, right? Not Comcast. Time Warner. Yeah. Why do people hate The Incredible Hulk? Probably because it's not your normal Marvel movie. It's much more of a thinking movie. What do you think of the recent Power Rangers movie? Absolutely love it. Have it on Blu-ray 4K. Love it. Do you hope Shazam movie will be good? Of course. I don't go into these movies hoping they're going to be shit. Just sometimes they come out being shit. Do you think DC should aim toward Netflix, Hulu, etc. as a way to reboot? No. They can do a soft reboot. Look, the X-Men universe was all kinds of crazy, right? Like, none of the movies made sense. And then a little movie called Days of Future Past came out and fixed everything. Flashpoint could be that. Flashpoint could be their Days of Future Past. They just have to go in and be smart about it. Stop being so reactionary and stop sitting there going, well, you got to cut this from your movie, and you got to cut this from your movie, and you got to cut this from your movie. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't. AT&T is looking to buy Time Warner, who owns DC Comics. Are you happy that Scott Gimple got fired? I don't know who that is. Robert, do you think Tom Cruise will be a good Green Lantern? I seen that on Facebook, guys. I'm looking into that. I'm pretty sure it's fake as shit, but don't worry. That is an idea for an upcoming video. What's your opinion on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? I personally did not like it. I liked it. I just didn't like it as much as the first one. I liked the movie a lot. I just didn't think it was as good as the first one. Do you and your wife want children? Hell, fuck no. Hell no. No. I prefer my freedom. Freedom. Will Wakanda be completely destroyed in Infinity War? I think it's going to be, guys. I think shit's going to go down. Wakanda's going to get fucked up. Whether or not Doctor Strange reverses everything and fixes things, who knows? But I think it's going to get fucked up. Do you want to see an R-rated Ghost Rider series film or Marvel Studios? Or from Marvel Studios? I want to see well, Ghost Rider was fantastically done in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to see a Netflix series. Yep, same here. Right on. Do you still hate the Superior Spider-Man epic rant? I hate the first few issues. Overall, as looking at the whole series, I actually really like it. I like it a lot. Will we get a First Limb sequel? I hope not. Thanos, I've come to bargain. I hope they don't do that. How would you like the MCU to integrate the Fantastic Four, X-Men into their films? My thing I would like is, once this deal goes through, is at the end of a movie, like remember seeing Avengers for the first time, at the end you see Thanos. I want that same thing, but I want to see Galactus and know that Galactus is going to be the upcoming bad. That's what I want to see. Do you still have hope for the Venom movie? I mean, there's always hope, but very little hope. Could we see a Sean Shanks sequel? No, stop. What the hell no. What's your opinion on Age of Ultron? I like Age of Ultron. I don't know why everybody gets all the hate. Yeah, it's a little weird when Thor goes in like this hot tub in the cave or whatever, but I just don't want to. I mean, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. I just don't see what the hate is on that movie. I actually really like that. It's in my top 5 Marvel movies. Are you multiplex are in danger or going under? Multiplex. I have no idea what you're saying. What's your favorite Grand Theft Auto game? 3. Do you think Kevin Feige will reboot Blade? Like I said earlier, there was a concept of Blade being a female, and she was the daughter of Blade. I would love to see that in a Netflix series. I would love to see that. Blade should be on Netflix. Thank you very much, Frozen. I agree with you 100%. My least favorite MCU movies are the Thor movies and the first Captain America is but it's not worse than Thor 2 and Iron Man 3. Do you watch Star Wars Rebels? Yes, I do. Seen the season finale. So fucking amazing. What if Dormammu kills Thanos? That'd be crazy, man. What happens to Deadpool? What happens to Deadpool? What happens to Deadpool? Yeah, what happens to Deadpool? You know what's worse than Sony making a Venom movie? Sony casting Logan Paul for Eddie Brock. What would you rather see? A live action Rugrats or Rocko's Rugrats would be better live action to see. It'll be kind of weird seeing a Wallaby running around live action, but I'll be down for it. Thoughts on wanting to make a movie of Mobius the Living Vampire? So fucking stupid, man. This Sony villains universe is is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. How about the last Avatar reboot? You mean the last Airbender reboot? I actually liked the last Airbender movie, right? I was the type of person who saw the last Airbender movie, and that made me want to go watch the show, and then I watched the show. I actually liked the last Airbender. I think a lot of people give that movie a lot of shit, but I think the movie did something that the show like, I think the movie did something better than the show did, but that's just my opinion. What's your opinion on the Power Rangers 2017 movie? I love that movie. I really love it a lot. Gal Gadot is a terrible actress, right? But when you look like that, you don't need to know how to act. How dare you? To each their own. You think we'll ever get Freddy vs. Jason 2? Nope. After watching Daredevil Season 1, I almost prefer Michael Clark Duncan over Vincent D'Onofrio's Will Smith. I absolutely feel the same exact way. Any animated DC movies you looking forward to? I would love to see Gotham by Gaslight, but I don't have the money to get it, and I don't have no way to see it. And I'm not the type of guy that does movies illegally. Like, I don't stream movies illegally. I'm totally against that. So, yeah, that's the kind of way I am. So I'm going to take a few more questions, and I'm going to start wrapping it up, guys. Daniel Wright, do you think we're going to get a more powerful Scarlet Witch in the next 2 Avengers movies? That would be awesome. I love Scarlet Witch. I'm going to give me a Scarlet Witch cardboard cutout as soon as I possibly can. Why has Flash gone through 500 different directors? Because because Warner Brothers don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're fucking idiots over there. They're fucking idiots. Rich writes, saw Gotham by Gaslight, thought it would be interesting as a Netflix series. Do you think that slasher horror films are going to die soon? They're never going to die. Those type of movies are always going to be around. I don't like them. I don't watch those type of movies. How long have you been live streaming? Almost an hour. And this was going to be an hour live stream Q&A. Best of luck. This was great. Peace. Take care, man. I appreciate it. Rich writes, will we see Hellraiser reboot? I believe they are working on that. Are you excited for It 2? Look, I like It 1 a lot. I think it kind of got, like, overblown, like, overrated. Like, everybody's like, oh, my God, this movie's amazing. I thought it was the best comedy of last year. And that's not a negative on it because the movie was hilarious. But, yeah, just thought it was, like, the best comedy of last year. Just, that's really it. So, favorite Batman actor? Favorite Batman, Michael Keaton. Favorite Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale. That's the way I look at it. So, I'll take 2 more questions, guys, then I'm going to call it a night. Do you like the Man of Steel suit? Yes, I really do. I like the Man of Steel suit a lot. I think they did a really good job on that. What I would like better was seeing that black suit in Justice League, but they cut it out. Let's see. I'll do this one. Rich writes, who would you cast as an adult actors in Chapter 2 of It? I don't really have anybody, but I would cast Jessica Chastain in it for sure. That's the one they're talking about. That's the one I want to see. So that's the one I kind of want. So, yeah. So, once again, guys, I want to thank everybody for helping me get to that 4,000 subscribers, man. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. Woke up one day and just had all of these subscribers. I'm humbled by it. I thank you guys so very much. I'm hoping it keeps going. I'm going to keep trying to put out great content for everybody. And be sure to let me know if you guys have topics you want me to talk about. Feel free in any of the videos to post topics you guys want me to talk about. I'll be more than happy to talk about anything you guys want me to talk about. And once again, just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you guys for all your support. And hopefully I can continue to gain your support. And hopefully I get to that 5,000 mark so I can do another live Q&A to thank each and every one of you again. Also, just a reminder, I am doing a free digital giveaway for Thor Ragnarok. Go ahead and watch my video I did earlier today, which is, I believe it's called Black Panther Destroyed the DCEU. In that video, I give you explanation on how you can win the Thor Ragnarok digital giveaway. Be sure to check that out, guys. And once again, thank you for all your support. And until next time, guys, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.